Aisha Malik had always believed that silence was safer than speaking. At 16, she was the kind of girl who blended into the walls of a classroom, present but unnoticed, breathing but unheard. She sat in the second last row every day, her notebooks filled with doodles and watercolor ideas rather than class notes. Her teachers never complained. Aisha always passed her subjects. But nobody knew the secret truth. Aisha's real world lived on paper. She drew when she was sad. She painted when she felt confused. She sketched when she needed courage. Yet she never showed her art to anyone, not her friends, not her parents, not her teachers. Her drawings remained hidden in folders under her bed like shy butterflies refusing to open their wings. Her mother would often say, "Aisha, you must speak up more. Confidence is important." Aisha always nodded, but inside she felt something heavy. What if my voice doesn't matter? Her silence wasn't because she had nothing to say. It was because she feared being misunderstood, judged, or laughed at. And so, every day she wore the same invisible mask. Calm, reserved, quiet, but inside her chest lived a heartbeat full of colors, waiting to explode. The announcement. That changed everything one morning. While students were busy chatting, Aisha was carefully shading a drawing of a girl sitting under a cherry blossom tree. Suddenly, the classroom door opened and the art teacher, Mrs. Whitfield, entered with a bright smile. "Students," she announced, "this year our school is hosting its biggest art and creativity showcase. Any student can participate. Paintings, digital art, sketches, sculptures, everything is welcome." The entire class buzzed with excitement. Aisha's best friend, Sarah, tapped her arm. "You have to join this year," she whispered. "Your art is amazing." Aisha's heart tightened. "No, I can't. People will look at it. What if they hate it?" Sarah frowned. "Aisha, you're talented. You just don't believe it." Aisha closed her notebook quickly, as if hiding her drawings from the world would protect her from disappointment. The teacher continued. "The winner will get a scholarship for our summer art camp in New York City." Aisha froze. New York. Artcamp.professionaltraining. It sounded like a dream too big for a quiet girl who feared speaking her own name. Aloud, the rest of the day passed in a blur. Students talked excitedly about ideas, but all Aisha could think was, what if I was brave enough? Just once. But every time she imagined standing in front of a crowd, her breath tightened and her mind screamed, "You're not good enough." That night she slept with her sketchbook under her pillow, as if holding it close could give her strength. A letter from her younger self. Next afternoon, Aisha was cleaning her room when a thin sheet of paper slipped out of an old box. Curious, she unfolded it. It was a crumpled drawing she had made when she was 8, messy colors, uneven lines, and a little girl standing proudly with a paintbrush. At the bottom was written in childish handwriting, "One day, I will show my art to the world." Aisha sat down slowly. Her younger self wasn't shy. Her younger self wasn't scared. Her younger self believed in her tears. Blurred her vision as she whispered, "When did I stop believing?" She stared at the drawing for a long time, feeling something old and brave stirring inside her heart. For the first time in years, Aisha felt the voice she had buried deep within. A small, trembling but determined voice. "Try." And so, the next morning, Aisha took the biggest step of her life. She walked up to Mrs. Whitfield's desk and said, in a soft voice, "Ma'am, I want to participate in the showcase." Mrs. Whitfield looked at her with warm, proud eyes. "Aisha, I've been waiting for this day. Your talent deserves to be seen." Aisha felt her heart flutter like a bird finally freed from its cage. The painting that reflected her, so Aisha decided. She would paint something personal, something that told her own story. Without words, she chose to paint a girl standing in the rain, holding her own umbrella. The sky in the painting would be dark, the streets full of shadows, but the girl's umbrella would glow with bright colors: pink, yellow, blue, green. The message was clear. If the world doesn't protect you, protect yourself. She spent nights mixing colors, experimenting with texture, retrying strokes, and adding small details that held big meanings. Every brushstroke felt like a confession of fears, dreams, loneliness, and hidden courage. Her father passed by one night and paused. "You're working very hard," he said. Aisha nodded shyly. "Do you want to show me?" he asked gently. Aisha panicked. "No, not yet." He smiled and left her alone, respecting her space. As the deadline approached, Aisha felt a strange mix of fear and excitement. Her hands sometimes trembled, but her heart felt stronger than ever before. For the first time in her life, she wasn't hiding. She was creating to be seen. She was painting to speak. The night before the showcase, Aisha stared at her finished painting. She could hardly recognize it as her own work. It wasn't perfect. It didn't need to be. It was honest. It was emotional. It was her. Sarah called her that night. "Are you nervous?" "Yes," Aisha whispered. "But I want to do this." "That's my girl," Sarah cheered. "Tomorrow, everyone will know how talented you are." Aisha didn't want everyone to know. She just wanted one person to feel something from her painting. She fell asleep, hoping tomorrow would not break her heart. The day that changed everything. School auditorium was buzzing with noise. bright lights, and colorful artwork. Students, parents, teachers, and judges walked around, observing each piece. Aisha stood beside her, painting like a small shadow. Her palms were sweaty, her heart beat fast. What if no one liked it? What if they walked past it? What if they laughed? Then she remembered her younger self's message: show your art to the world. Slowly, she lifted her head. People began approaching her painting. First a young girl, then 2 boys, then a teacher, then parents. They didn't judge, they stared. Some leaned in closer. Some whispered to each other. One woman touched her heart as she looked at it. A girl around Aisha's age walked up to her. This painting, she said softly, it feels like me. Aisha blinked. You mean that? The girl nodded. I've always felt alone too, but this feels like hope. For the first time, Aisha smiled with confidence. Her painting wasn't just a picture, it was a voice, her voice, speaking loudly without fear. The unexpected moment when the judges climbed onto the stage to announce the winners. Aisha stood at the back of the crowd, her heart pounding. The winner of this year's Art and Creativity Showcase, the head judge declared, is Aisha Malik. Aisha froze. Sarah screamed. Her classmates clapped. Her teachers cheered, but Aisha couldn't move. Did they really say her name? Did her hidden talent finally shine? Did the world finally hear her voice? Yes. 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 Mrs. Whitfield gently pushed her forward. Go, sweetheart, you earned it. Aisha walked to the stage, trembling, but when she received the trophy, her fear melted like ice in the sun. The entire hall applauded, not for the quiet girl in the corner, but for the artist she had become. The beginning of a new journey. The showcase opened doors Aisha never expected. She received an invitation to the summer art camp in New York. She was offered a chance to display her painting in a local gallery. Her teachers encouraged her to apply for national competitions. She created an online art page where she posted her drawings. At first she expected only Sarah to follow, but within a week, hundreds of girls followed her page. They commented things like, I feel seen. This is exactly what I needed today. Your art gives me strength. I thought I was alone until I saw this. Aisha realized something beautiful. Courage is contagious. When one girl becomes brave, she inspires many others. Her art didn't just reflect her personal struggles, it reflected universal feelings millions of young girls experienced but never expressed. In helping herself, she helped others. In finding her voice, she gave others theirs. A message to all girls like her. Months passed, and Aisha grew not just as an artist, but as a person. She wasn't loud or bold. She didn't suddenly become outgoing. She remained gentle, quiet, thoughtful, but she was no longer silent. One evening, she sat down to write a message to the followers on her page. To every girl who thinks her voice doesn't matter, it does. To every girl hiding her talent, please. Single quotes. To every girl afraid of judgment, courage begins the moment fear ends. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be loud. You just have to be you. She ended the message with, if the world doesn't protect you, protect yourself. If the world doesn't hear you, speak anyway. Your dreams are waiting. Her words went viral, shared by thousands of young girls across the world. Aisha realized that bravery doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers. Every girl has a voice, a dream, a talent, no matter how quiet or hidden. Believe in yourself even when no one else does. Your voice matters. Your story matters. You matter.